guys, what's up? It's Andrea. Welcome to my car. It's called Twin Roba. Just kidding, we're not actually driving, I'm just sitting in my garage. It's a new segment called Andrea's Vehicle Time. So today I want to talk about moving to LA Part 2. And the reason why we're in my car is not because I want to start a new suave chat portion of the show. It's because I did this already. I did this video in my car. Show the clip. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Anyway. And I was kind of mad that I had to get rid of it because the audio quality was really bad. I left my AC on. And I was kind of mad about that, so in spite, I've decided to just record this in my car, even though it makes no sense. So yeah, I've got my handy-dandy Sailor Moon notebook, and we are going to go over how to move to LA Part 2. In Part 1 of this video, we discussed things like money and your job versus your career. We discussed how much you should save up, where some of that money is going to be going. Today we're going to get into a little bit more on the specifics of how to rent a place in LA. The first thing you have to know about moving to LA is that, and this is quite simple, but my friend Brian, shout out to Brian, had to explain it to me. LA is a city and a county. So this is the city of LA, which most people that I've met who are working in the industry, at least like friends I have personally, they don't live in LA, they live in the surrounding areas in LA County, like Burbank, North Hollywood, Glendale, places like that. So when you move to LA, if you see an apartment building in a place like North Hollywood, Sherman Oaks, Glendale, Pasadena even, those places are good. They're good places to live, especially if you are in LA for music, acting, anything like that. And if you ever have any like specific questions like, is this area good or is this area bad, contact someone who lives in LA. You can comment it below. You can message me on Facebook. If you have a question, you can contact us and I can try and help you because I want to make your dreams come true. So when it comes to finding a place, I used websites like apartments.com, PadMapper. You can also use websites like Craigslist. There's also Facebook groups. If they have a place available or apartment available, or if they need a roommate or something, they will post it on that page or they'll post it on Craigslist, and then you can have access to that. Another thing that I talked briefly about in the first video was security deposits. All apartments in everywhere basically require a security deposit. That's not any different from anywhere else in the US. The big difference though is that like back home, I lived in a college town for a while, so when I wanted to rent an apartment, I just like walked into the realtor and I was like, hey, this apartment looks nice, is it available? And he was like, sure, it's this much money, and it was like half the monthly rent was the security deposit. And then I was like, great, here's the money, and he threw the keys at me, and it was great, and it was done. It was my place. I signed like one paper, that was it. Here, it's a little more complicated. So, in LA, in my experience, we were required to prove that we made 3 times our monthly rent in order to rent the apartment that we live in. We don't make 3 times the monthly rent, even on a really good month. So, what we had to do was get a cosigner. That's a really good thing to have. So talk to your parents, talk to your guardian or whoever looks after you. I know it's a really big commitment for someone to do that, but hopefully they trust you and they know that you're hardworking. My neighbor got home. Awkward. Don't watch me. Are you gonna pull into the space right next to me? So awkward. So another thing that I really recommend is not looking for an apartment until you get to LA. And I know that sounds really, really scary and crazy because honestly, like you may not even have a job when you move here, and then what, you're just like moving across the United States to a city where you don't have a job and you don't have a home, but it's just so much easier. I would say the average studio apartment is like, well, depending on where you're living. If you're living in the valley, which is north of the actual city of LA, studio apartments are usually about anywhere from $1,000 a month to $1,200 a month. But I have seen studios as low as like $500 or $800, but those are usually bachelor studios, so they don't have any kitchen or anything, and they're usually in the more like seedy areas. Not that you can't find a safe one for cheap. My apartment is just over $1,200 a month, and we're in a really nice area, so it's worth the money. And it just goes upwards from there. It doesn't really get cheaper, obviously. In the second portion of this video, I wanted to talk about your social life in Los Angeles. When you move to a big city, especially if you're from the Midwest specifically, it can be difficult for some people to make friends and to want to go out because everything is so different. I really, really, really recommend joining a club or going to a church or something. Get yourself involved in like a group sport or anything that will get you out and meeting people. But it's most important to make friends because they keep you sane, they keep you safe, and they keep you happy. And that's all that's gonna matter once you move here. Like, money comes and goes. The rent will get paid, the bills will get paid. Even if you have to work your ass off, it's gonna happen. But if you don't have friends and you're not experiencing things, you're not living life, then why even move to the city? It shouldn't be about the goal, it should be all about the journey. Happiness in life is enjoying the people you meet, the experiences you have, and those memories are gonna last you a lot longer than money or what you think your dream is, because it could change at any time. And how sad it might be to achieve your dream, I think. Because once you've achieved it, what do you have to work for anymore? And I think that's sad. So I'm not really about achieving my dreams. I'm about enjoying the journey to the dream. So once you've made friends, it's important to keep friends. And I know that seems a little obvious, but let me explain. So far, I've been here in LA for about 7 months. And I've met a lot of people. I've met people in music, in acting, in completely entertainment, unrelated businesses. If you make friends that are musicians, go to their shows. If you make friends who are artists, go see their work. If you make friends who are in movies, go see their movie. Support one another. Support your local artists. If you're coming to Los Angeles, like most people do, to chase an entertainment-related dream, whether you want to win an Oscar or you want to have like a hit song on the radio or what have you, nobody's just born into that. They had to work for it, and people helped them. And so if you don't help your fellow artist, if you don't go to that small like indie show where there's no charge at the door or anything, if you don't go to that, then who do you think is going to come see your movie when you're in one? Or who's gonna come look at your art show when you have one? It's like a system, and it all works full circle. And you have to help to get help. People will appreciate it, and you'll learn so much stuff, and you'll get to see amazing things that no one else gets to see because it's a smaller thing. It's a smaller community of artists. So that's it, friends. That's it for this video. That was part 2 of how to move to LA. Again, if you have any questions, please comment them below, or message me on Facebook, or email me, or snail mail me. I'd be fascinated to hear your questions, and I want to help answer them. I want to help everyone move to LA and chase their dream. Man, just do it. Move. Alright. I'm proud of all you guys. Have a nice day. Bye. If you subscribe, I'll take you for a ride in my car. It's luxurious. It has an emergency kit in the back and a mug. Now. Bye, guys. Gotta get my keys. Oh wait, I mean, my keys are in the ignition because we're driving. Have a splendid day. Ooh.